So here we are with Mary Pachikara, who is one of the threesome that put up the show, and Mary did all the watercolors. So what would you like to tell us about the show or about your work?
This is the culmination of 3 years of work. I have 67 paintings.
3 years, eh?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
most of them are done in 2010. Um, I have tried several media before I decided that watercolor is my favorite medium. I like the luminosity and the brilliance of watercolor and the unpredictability and the spontaneity of the medium. I used to look at famous artists whose work I was very, very interested in and used to paint like them. But slowly I discovered that only if you do something that comes from within, what you make will be truly yours.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I tried to paint what came from within, and slowly I developed a style of my own.
And what's different in 2010 in what you painted versus,
Oh.
let's say, 2005?
Yeah, I'm sure practice, as they say, practice makes perfect.
Uh-huh.
All these years of painting and repainting, not repainting, painting has improved my skill,
Mm-hmm.
my understanding of the techniques.
And that's one thing, by the way, you used to, when you did oils, there were times you would repaint a section, but with watercolor, you cannot really do that.
Yeah, no, watercolor demands a higher degree of drawing skills because it is very hard to change something that is put on the paper.
Mm-hmm.
So, a higher degree of painting drawing skill is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Every painting is like um, handwriting. No
Mm-hmm.
two artists work the same.
Oh, right, sure.
Um,
What if you show us a couple of pieces here? There's a lot of reflection, unfortunately, but if you look at these two, like that watercolor of the person standing.
this is an example of the watercolor.
Mm-hmm.
My technique is called wet on wet.
Wet on wet.
Yeah, you wet the area you are going to paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you apply paint there,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes one color, sometimes several colors,
Mm-hmm.
and they blend and bleed into each other,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes making the effect much more than what you
Would get otherwise?
yeah, but much more interesting than otherwise you would have planned. I should say painting is more like watercolor painting is more like fishing. Sometimes the end product is more interesting than you
Expected.
planned it.
Mm-hmm.
This is an example of water, an example of typical wet on wet water.
You know what's really nice is how you can really see the fabric, the folds of the fabric. It really has so much of the element of a sari.
And the transparency of the material.
Oh yeah, right. Like right here, where you can actually see.
And here also. See here also.
Oh right, right. Oh yeah, yeah, right there.
So,
Even these, I just like the way the folds of the.
this is an example of ink washes.
Oh, I see.
So only one color is used,
Mm-hmm.
and that color gives the depth and the effect of many colors put together.
Mm-hmm. Same here. Again, see the way.
it is very hard to change anything once you put, because
Mm.
you cannot remove paint once you apply.
I like this one too here, this sunset. That's very, it's quite rich and vibrant. What's the landscape here that you like quite a bit? I like that one that's on that middle barrier.
Even this one, this is an example of colors bleed into each other.
Right.
There are many different blues there.
Hmm. Hmm.
But it's always nicer to paint big, then you can make the clouds more prominent.
Oh, right.
And some people put a lot of details in paintings.
Mhm.
I like to keep the foreground and background very minimal.
Right.
And the Chinese painters used to say that the story should be said with minimum amount of details. This is what I try to do.
All right. Even that landscape is. And also over here, this one, wanted to show you this one right here. What do you think of that? Or of these four?
In this one, first you put the background
Mm-hmm.
very with no details,
Mhm.
and then you apply paint to make the impression of the leaves.
Mm.
They are not painted as leaves, but the blotches give the impression of the
Hmm.
leaves.
That's quite remarkable. And how about on this wall here? This is some of your older work.
No,
The ones on the left,
yeah. The mother and child pictures are
new. I mean, these are quite nice.
yeah.
Over here?
This is one of my favorite pictures.
Which one?
This mother and
Oh,
child.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite beautiful.
And since the
It really captures the expression.
since the hair and the background are all in same color with different concentration,
Mm-hmm.
the background and the figure blend into each other,
Mm.
giving a cohesive feel.
Mm.
Also, when you use fewer colors
Mm-hmm.
and fewer details, the picture has a more of a meditative, contemplative quality
Mm.
than using many colors and many details.
Right, right.
And this one,
Yeah.
this is a painting done in black and white with India ink. India ink is very hard to manage because any drop of color that is put on the paper cannot be removed.
Right.
So a much greater amount of technical skill is needed to paint with India ink.
Mm. And again, the expression is so nice. You know, the cloth looks very clothy. The way it drapes itself on there.
And the bag and the leaves in the background are just say there is just a soft suggestion of the leaves.
Yeah, it's remarkable. Just remarkable.